Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. We are now on episode 9 of our guest Game Master season.
And it's getting creepy.
I don't say that anymore. I don't say that unless we're in a spooky haunted house or a time-traveling physics
You're
machine.
going to do it next Connected Arc.
Or some,
Definitely.
So I am, but only on the Connected Arcs. These don't get creepy.
Okay.
They're just great.
You sure?
No, I've probably said it a few times.
Some of them are creepy.
Some of them do get creepy. But it's not a linear scale of creep. Who knows? There are new Game Masters every episode. That's
At the end of the year, we could rank these games by creep.
Every episode we have, we play an audio escape room. Usually, Dani runs escape rooms that she has created for guests to come on and play. But this season, we have fans coming on to run Dani and me through rooms that they have created that we get to play. And you have been doing quite well. I know you were worried because last season you sort of burnt out halfway through.
No, yeah, but this season it's been trying to find a peak, and I still wasn't worried if I had maxed out my ability yet. Still not sure.
No, you don't. You're
Still
getting
hoping
better.
for an ultimate triumph. I felt pretty good about some of them in the last episode, though.
Yeah, so I'm just going to relax into this one, and you can take the lead.
Yeah, that's going to go well.
This episode, we have 2 guest game masters, so that'll be
How
fun.
on earth can you do this?
There'll
Being
be a
run by
guest-
2 people.
I know, it's ridiculous. So we'll have a guest Dani and a guest Bill. So we have Olivia Anderson and Grace DeVries. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Yeah, I welcome both of you at once, so you had to talk over each other. That's the trick. It makes us seem more professional. Oh, look. We are excited. There are 2 of you, and we discussed this a little bit beforehand, but what sort of roles are you each taking in the running of this room?
So, I am Grace, and
Thank you, that is helpful.
just to put a name with the voice, you actually probably won't hear me talk a terrible much. I am primarily in charge of getting the pictures into the chat so you all can see them at a reasonable time, and provide snarky comments, provide potentially hints or clarification as needed.
We won't need any hints. You'll have nothing to do.
Right. This was for our other play test that we did in preparation for this. That was the only time I gave hints. But otherwise, it will
This time it can just
primarily-
be taunting us when we don't get things
Right.
rather than helping us.
It's really a sick voyeurism that I just am here for.
So that means, Olivia, you'll be taking the main reins of the Game Master role?
Yes, I will be leading us through the majority of the story, and in other words, Grace is going to be our hint ghost, and I'm very excited for that, to be bringing that role back to life.
So to
Hint Ghost
speak.
is still one of those things, yeah. I get people say like, oh, hey, it's Bill, the Hint Ghost. I'm like, I haven't said that since episode 3.
You've forgotten what it means.
Yeah. I don't even know what it is to be a Hint Ghost. Well, Grace, if we're ever stuck, we won't ask you for hints. We'll just ask you to vamp for us while we figure out the puzzles.
Sure.
So you'll
Yeah,
need
I've-
some vamp material.
I've also got a list of like stand-up comedy, different jokes that I can
Yeah, that's
share
what you
while we're reading.
Excellent.
No, partly it started because Olivia was so bad about over giving hints that I sort of had to take on the role so that she wouldn't give things away immediately out of the significant kindness of her heart.
I have a lot of emotional connection to how people are doing, and I feel very bad if I see them struggling.
Oh, wonderful. Well, every episode when we have guests on, we have the same sort of questions for our guests. And the first one is, it's an escape room show. So I'd like to know about your escape room experience. Olivia, do you want to start?
Sure, I'm a little bit obsessed with escape rooms. I've done about 40 now, and that number is only really hampered by, the past year preventing me from doing more. So this last summer decided to work as a game master at an escape room, and that was just a blast. So that was a great addendum to
lovely.
working on this project.
Wonderful.
Fair enough.
Grace?
Yeah, so my experience really pales in comparison. I've done maybe a handful over the course of my life. I would have done more similarly over the past couple years, but obviously not as many opportunities. And then working on this, And a couple months ago, I did a sort of like DIY escape room for a friend's birthday. She is obsessed with her cat, so it was cat themed and very cute. There were a lot of cat puzzles, a lot of cat jokes, things like that. But that's about it.
I'm assuming that's the room that we're doing today.
Yes, that is why we didn't want to tell you the theme beforehand. Specifically, my friend's cat.
We would have
researched.
researched.
We would have been Googling cat facts and it wouldn't have helped.
Your friend would have seen us stalking. It would have gotten weird.
Yeah, we'd had to add them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So the other element of this show is that it's escape rooms done in a sort of tabletop role-playing style. So what is your tabletop role-playing experience? And why don't we go in reverse this time? Grace.
Yeah, so for about over a year now, Olivia and I have actually been in the same D&D group. We started really about the same time the pandemic started as a way to sort of keep in touch.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been really wonderful. We play once a week. I've DM'd for about half of that, which is sort of a fun puzzle-based campaign. So we get to bring our love of puzzles into that. But yeah, only for the past year or so have I been playing D&D, and that's all my tabletop experience.
Oh, fun. And that seems like it's probably similar for you, Olivia?
Yeah, Grace is the reason I started doing D&D, and it's really just been a great outlet for getting my chaos and craziness out, as opposed to the puzzles. I get to play as an axolotl and an elephant, and it just really doesn't get better than that.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I think we're ready to go.
Yep.
I'm ready to go.
I'm good. Are you two ready to go?
Yeah.
We sure hope so.
All right. Well, let's go. Whisk us away.
It's the peak of summer. Long, humid days and cool, fun-filled nights. The local carnival has started up again, and this is a big year for you. The first year you no longer qualify for the kiddie pass. The adult entrance fee is way more expensive, and you definitely have not been working a summer job like you were supposed to. So, instead, you and your pals decide to sneak into the large carnival grounds. You manage to slide right in, not bothering to pay for the neon-colored all-access wristbands, and not caring in the slightest. It's a wild night, full of eating too much gross fair food, complaining about rigged games, getting weird vibes from the funhouse, and riding all the rides until you get sick. It's not until well after midnight that you're finally caught. All of your tickets, prizes, and delicious snacks are confiscated and taken back to the boss's office. You and your friends are kicked out of the carnival and banned from ever returning. You head home dejectedly, wishing there was something, anything you could do to get those nostalgic items back to commemorate this special summer night. You wake up late the next morning to an urgent text from one of your friends. The carnival was abruptly shut down today due to significant safety violations. Now you and your buddies are determined to get your hard-won possessions back. You know that the fair crew will be coming back first thing tomorrow to start dismantling the rides, tents, and attractions, so you need to get in and out fast tonight, without being noticed or leaving a mess behind. As night falls, you and your friends sneak back to the carnival grounds. The carnival is split up into 3 sections. You walk through the entrance tent into the food section at the far right of the carnival.
And this is where you might want to start taking notes.
Down the next row, in the middle, are games and attractions. And at the far end are carnival rides. You pause, formulating a plan to get your possessions back as quickly as possible. What would you like to explore first?
Where's the confiscated goods section?
Strangely, there's not a sign for that.
Ugh.
Yeah, we were told that
No
they were
wonder they've been
confiscated
shut
to the
down.
boss's office. Do you think the boss's office is more likely rides, games, or food?
Food.
Okay, food.
Loves food. And if it was near the
Definitely
rides,
the
that
food
would imply they had good OH&S, and I don't think they do.
Fair.
Yeah, let's head to the food section.
This area consists of all the food the carnival has to offer. In terms of purchasing treats, you see a popcorn cart and a corn dog stand. And there's also a spot set up for a pie eating contest.
Now, is a corn dog just a battered hot dog? Is that the idea? Is it just like a Frankfurt in batter
Yes,
and deep
I
fried?
believe so.
completely. With a
Where
stick.
does the corn come in? Is the corn
The
batter?
breading, the batter is made from corn flour.
Okay.
One of those things where even though the product I'm sure exists here, for whatever reason the word doesn't
I mean, the
happen
product
so
doesn't
much.
really exist here either.
It's carnival food. It's not like you'd see it in the shops.
I don't feel like you come across corn dogs that often, regardless, unless you're eating at a mall.
It's true that Australia has its own brand of battered carnival
Yeah.
food.
Carnival food wizard. Chico roll.
So
Still
I
don't know what
did.
that is.
I did Google it very quickly, and Google says that in Australia it might be called a Dagwood dog, a Pluto.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course it's a
of course,
Dagwood
that
dog.
makes sense.
No, Dagwood dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it now.
All right.
Because we cover ours in Dagwood instead of corn, which is
I-
nothing.
So
I was wondering if there would be any, like, lingo differences here, and I did not
I'm
think
sure
corn
there's-
dog would be the one.
You've watched enough TV that corn dog isn't baffling, but yeah.
Weirdly, Dagwood dog. Like, yeah, of course. Even though I've never had one of those either. But I've seen it. Okay, sorry. We had the popcorn cart, the Dagwood dog stand,
And the pie eating
the
area.
pie eating area.
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
Pie eating
that.
contest.
I was trying to remember how Dagwood dogs were.
It's going
It's
to
a pie
mess
eating
up my
contest
alphabetical
area.
order.
Yeah.
I was ready for the other classic piece of linguistic confusion,
Oh
which
no.
is candy apples.
Oh, that's not what I
Slash
thought you
caramel
were going for.
apples.
I thought
That
we
was
were going
fine.
in a fairy floss
Slash,
way.
slash.
Oh yeah,
well,
that one
fairy
could be.
floss.
I thought you were gonna go in a funnel cake way because I still don't know what funnel cake is.
I just don't even think that's it's a cake that you pour out
It
with a
doesn't.
funnel.
It doesn't look
Yes.
like cake.
No.
You pour it,
but no,
it's
so-
cake batter that you fry in deep hot oil.
Yeah. Whereas for me, those originals, you would definitely get a toffee apple.
Yeah.
When you went to a carnival of some type. I wouldn't have gone carnival.
but-
A fair. A fate. A fate.
Yeah,
Go
definitely
to a
fate.
fate and have a toffee apple.
Though
Okay.
candied apples and caramel apples are different things.
What?
That's not true.
Yes, caramel
Yeah.
apples are covered in caramel, and then candied apples are the red hard sugar.
Okay, well then I've never had a caramel
I
apple.
did not know that they. Oh, okay.
I actually didn't know that either.
I'm a big
I
fan
mean,
of
what
both,
is
so
what is caramel?
That
What
makes
is
sense
caramel
when you
but
say it,
browner
but-
sugar?
That's fair.
Okay. Well, do you want to have a look around this food area for something? Do you want to dig around some of these areas?
Yeah, for sure. Now, after last season, I feel intimately familiar with incorporating popcorn into puzzles, so
Yes.
I'd like to start there. I feel
Shall
like
we go
I'm
to the
going to feel
popcorn?
smarter.
Cart?
We actually
stand?
did comment on that when we heard that in that episode. Oh no, they have popcorn. Anyway,
Well, do you then have to smell posters afterwards? 'Cause if
Spoilers.
not,
might have just copied that whole room. I mean, maybe.
Well.
So, heading over to the popcorn cart. This is a retro-looking popcorn cart, the freestanding kind with stripes and large wheels at the bottom. There's plenty of popcorn popped and ready, but you're not sure how you're supposed to get any out. The only opening is a thin slot near the top of the glass. Looking closely, you notice a small metal bar loose among the popcorn that certainly does not belong there. Ew. You're not sure you'd want to eat this popcorn anyway, even if you could get it out.
Oh, that's probably a copper bar. It's good. Keeps bacteria away.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Why we were thinking that?
Because we're
trying to
hopeful.
rationalize
We're trying to
it
make sure
in
that
this-
this isn't bacteria-laden popcorn.
In this OH and S shut down place, we're just
Exactly.
hoping.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
so,
glad that we got the initial sneaking in while there were people around and getting caught part out of the way in the intro because that was just bubbling the anxiety right up there.
we could still get caught.
Now, is there an umbrella? Because I drew an umbrella on my popcorn stand.
There can be one if your heart so desires.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Oh, good.
That's
We
the right
searched the
answer.
umbrella. Any clues and keys in there?
You found a
Tell us
golden
the
key
exact
hidden in the
color
umbrella.
configuration.
A golden key. Okay, so we'll maybe have to get
All
something
right.
that inserts into this top part or
Yeah,
slides
like
in.
a piece of paper that is secretly a magnet.
Yeah. Now we always have to do the classic checking of a game master's style.
Mhm.
We look like if there's anything like underneath the popcorn
pat down the
cart or around the
wheels.
back, or we give it a good thorough once over, twice
No,
over.
just remnants of the carnival not being cleaned well enough.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't touch the ground too much.
They just keep leaving all these golden keys everywhere. I found another one in the wheels.
Your hands probably are a little gross now.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
You kids, you would have been anyway.
All right. Well, are we canonically 2 people?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Great. I wipe my hands on Danny's
Of course.
back.
Now we're stuck together, thanks.
Oh no!
You now
no,
have to do this entire room conga style.
Okay, well that looks
All
like
right.
we have something that we might have a manner to interact with.
Yeah,
Do you wanna go
more
see
an
something else?
obstacle than a help. Okay, should we just move, like, take one giant step to the right on my picture to the corn dogs?
Yep.
You distinctly remember the corn dogs being delicious, so you head over, and that's disappointing. The stand has been completely emptied for the night. The only thing left behind is a small trash can sitting behind the counter.
With a golden key. Can I look inside the trash can? Oh, sorry.
No.
Can I go into the Dagwood dog stand and look in the
Bin.
bin, please?
In the
In the
bin. Oh,
garbage
that's
bin.
true.
Rubbish
I'd like to look
bin.
in the rubbish bin at the Dagwood dog
Sure.
stand.
I just don't understand what you're saying now. It's, so
It's all just
confusing.
gibberish to me. So inside this bin is, you're going to think I'm joking, is a gold carnival ticket.
Yes.
It's somewhat stuck to the side of the can with a glob of ketchup, but you're able to peel it off, and it seems to still be salvageable. At the bottom of the can, you also see some discarded corn dogs. Clearly, they are not concerned about food waste here. Each dog had only a few bites taken from it, if that, before it was discarded. For which you are receiving an image.
Oh, no.
I would like to remove the ticket
Oh, those are beautiful.
that has been stuck on with tomato sauce
And wipe
to
it on
the
my
side
back.
of the bin in the Dagwood
Just
dog
start
stand.
sticking it to Danny.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So, Danny, would you like to describe this image? For people listening at home, you can see this corn dog image in the show notes. But Danny, would you like to describe what you see?
Yeah, all right. So we've got 4 discarded dogs on sticks. And yeah, one of them is actually fully intact. The others have a variety of bites taken out of them. One of them has 1 bite. Ooh, one of them has 2 bites and one of them has 3 bites. Love it. And also each of them has a different coloured stick.
Yes, blue has no bites, red has 1 bite, yellow has 2 bites, and green has 3 bites.
I like this.
Could be a sequencing idea.
We'll get to that. Oh, man, what-
Or maybe it's not a clue at all. Could just be some food that's been eaten.
That's
It's
true.
wild to think that was part of a puzzle.
Maybe it's
Imagine
just
you went to a
mineral
carnival
flavor.
if you get
and you saw
hungry.
that people had discarded food and you thought, it must be a puzzle.
Oh,
That'd
man.
be weird. Okay, cool. Wonderful. So we've got these color puzzles and sequencing possibly or numbers associated with colors. So if we see these colors somewhere else,
Yeah, but we don't really know what to do with that yet. So, all right, Billy has taken this golden ticket. He has peeled it off the bin and then wiped the tomato sauce on me.
yeah.
Is there anything to read on this ticket?
Nope. Nothing of
Okay.
interest.
All right.
Does it look about the same size as the slot on top of the popcorn? I don't really want to drop it in there. It feels like a bit of a waste.
Mm.
You feel like you don't want to discard your only golden ticket?
Yeah, it seems a silly idea.
Yep.
Shall we check out the pie eating area?
Seems fair enough.
Let's go.
Being a bit of a pie connoisseur yourself, you go to investigate the pie eating contest. The long wooden table with empty pie tins takes up most of the space, and the winner's board hangs proudly in the back, ranking the names and types of pies in ordered rows.
Ooh, okay.
Pie tins, I didn't suspect.
Pie tins.
Probably should have.
Table. Again, nothing under the table, I'm assuming? Or maybe there is.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Oh, now we're stickier.
Well, shall we have a look at this leaderboard?
Yeah, let's take a look at the
This
winner board.
pie-based leaderboard?
Yep.
Or you take a look at the winner's board, and it looks like only the top 3 places were recorded, which you are also receiving an image.
Nice. All right, again, for people at home, you can see this image yourself in the show notes. It's with the rest of the Broom Rider.
Click on it. I want to see.
It
Okay.
says, Pie Eating Contest winners. First place, Raspberry Pie Isaac. It's me, Raspberry Pie Isaac. Second place, Egg Tart Agatha.
Oh, no,
and
that's-
third place, Oreo Pie Ted.
Egg Tart Agatha feels unfortunate as a nickname.
Get out of here, Egg Tart Agatha. No, I'm going.
There's nothing particularly insulting about it, but it just
That's
has that
Like
feel.
that's like an Adventure Time insult. Get out of here, you Egg Tart. Okay, so Raspberry Pie Isaac, Egg Tart Agatha, and Oreo Pie Ted. They have an Oreo pie.
I mean, that sounds like the best pie.
Hmm.
All right. Do you see anything immediately?
I don't immediately see anything.
Nor do I.
First place, the first letters of Raspberry Pi Isaac are RPI. The second letters of Egg Tart Agatha are GAG. And the third letters of Oreo Pie Ted are EED.
Interesting.
Rippy Gaggeed. Rippy Gaggeed is nothing.
You solved it.
You solved it.
It's a pie eating contest. Could we do some kind of puzzle interpretation of eating these pies?
That would be pretty intense.
Agatha is not a rearranging of egg tart, even though it almost looks
Legitimately,
like it.
that was my first thought.
Just the first thing to see, like, wait, does egg tart rearrange to Agatha? Egg tart also doesn't have all the letters of Agatha, so we couldn't like take them out. We couldn't eat away the bits of the pie that represent the name of the person.
Darn.
'Cause there's no H in egg tart, nor is there a T or a D in Oreo pie, or a C in raspberry pie.
Now, I'm just sitting here in the paralysis of trying to decide, is this what we're going to cut from the edit? Because it turns out that we won't need this
is
until much
gold.
later. Or are we going to then leave, do other stuff, and then come back and then see that we had the answer here all along?
Well, we might
and then
have the
you've got
answer
to
here
edit
all
like
along.
that. I don't see it though.
The first place of pie is 3. And the second place is 1. And the third place is 4. So we take the third letter of the first place, which is S, and then E, and then O. SEO, which is search engine optimization. So we need to Google the carnival. No, okay, I don't think we have
These
it.
games are getting harder and
Yeah,
harder.
this is some wild puzzles you put together. Like, it's so weird. Okay, so
So for now, I'm
now,
just
let's
going
leave
to
it.
applaud Isaac, Agatha, and Ted, and maybe we'll go elsewhere for the moment.
let's get out of here. Let's go to the games and attractions section.
All right.
So as you turn down this row, you see a booth for a fortune teller and the funhouse. Just beyond those is a booth labeled Milk Bottle Toss,
Ugh.
one called Water Gun Balloon Classic, and a prize tent. At the very end of the row is a small office building.
What's a good symbol for a prize tent?
You draw a tent,
Yeah, I've done a rectangle.
and then inside you draw a little treasure chest.
That's a good idea.
There you go. I know how to draw a prize tent.
I feel like the treasure chest is a lot harder to draw than the tent in that situation.
Nah, you just draw a square with a circle on it.
Oh, I drew it as an open treasure chest so you could see the treasure.
We haven't earned the prizes yet. Or maybe we have with our golden ticket. I don't know. Okay, so we
Oh,
got a
that's a
lot
good
of stuff to
point.
look at in the games and attractions.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what golden tickets do. Maybe we should go there first.
You think we've already earned a prize at the prize tent?
No, but you
From the
said
automated
it, so I
robotic
figure we should
prize
try.
dispenser?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to the prize tent.
It's the stuff your childhood dreams are made of. Plush carnival prizes are hanging from the walls and ceiling of this tent, with just one low counter separating you from them. Interestingly, 5 stuffed animals are sitting separately on a table in a colorful heap, with a handwritten sign below proclaiming staff favorites. You're not sure what makes these stuffed animals any more special than the others. There is a unicorn, a seahorse, a cow, a lizard, and a kangaroo.
A kangaroo. So those are the favorites of the staff. Maybe that means that the staff names are the same as these animals. It's Jonathan Eunice Cornington III. Celia Horseface. There you go. See, I've got them all. Noel Coward. That's it. So that's how we've done it. Other than these 5 stuffed animals, do we feel comfortable like hopping the counter and digging through the prizes, or would that make too much of a mess?
Depends on what kind of person you are.
Okay, let's hop the counter and dig through the prizes.
Based on our actions thus far, I think we have to hop it.
Yeah.
You hop it, you're just in a dream world of plush. You're very happy.
I'm pretty sure
can we roll
at the top of my page I have written I'm a big boy now, so I don't care about all this plush. I need to get a summer job, not waste my time with kids stuff. Ugh.
Fortunately, it seems like those are the only prizes, are the plush animals.
Okay. All right, so we got 5 things that are the staff favourites. Again, it
Yep.
feels like this is a hint to help solve a puzzle we haven't found.
Possibly.
Or
I
a
drew
puzzle
them.
to help
I
solve
wrote
the
the
hint we
first.
haven't
I
found.
wrote the first letters of each animal. I don't see a great way to rearrange those in a helpful way just yet. But yeah, that's what I got
There's
so
only
far.
one vowel in the first letter.
Yeah,
so
but there is a C
that's
and
tough.
a K.
That's true. Sluck.
Exactly, and I kept doing that and was trying really hard not to say it out loud.
I'm writing sluck.
Ugh.
There we go. It looks even worse once you've written it.
Oh no.
Okay, cool.
That's going to be the name of the episode and everything.
So I think we're done with the sluck tent.
Okay.
So shall we head to the milk toss?
Yeah.
So we're gonna head off to the throw things at milk bottle tent.
You rush over to the booth. This was always your favorite game as a kid. It's a pretty sad rendition, though. There are only 3 bottles stacked, 2 on the bottom and 1 on top. A plexiglass barrier is set up behind the counter with just a meager hole to pass the ball through. You guess to prevent angry players from just barging in and knocking the bottles over. A basket full of softballs is sitting on the counter, ready to be thrown. Around the corner of the booth, you see a door to the interior. It is locked with a 6-letter combination lock.
Sluck is only 5.
Ah, but if we do C horse, that's 6 letters.
Why
Schluck.
would you?
I put in USHCLK.
The lock laughs at you.
Good.
Okay, good. All right.
So do we have access to those softballs that were sitting there?
You certainly do.
Can we just throw one and knock the 3 milk bottles over perfectly the first try?
Yeah, how much confidence do you have in your ability?
100%.
Oh, 0. I assumed that this is the
Alright.
most rigged one of them all.
Nah. That's a myth.
You take a softball from the basket and line up your shot, aiming through the hole in the plexiglass. Is this Bill or Dani throwing the ball?
Well, I had 100% confidence and you had none, so probably me.
I guess so. Jeez.
Okay. Well, since Bill is throwing it, you hit the bottles dead on. But they don't fall.
Oh!
The ball simply bounces to the ground.
Rigged.
You try again, throwing a little harder this time, but it seems no matter how well you hit the stack, the milk bottles just won't fall. Dang carnival games. No wonder they put the barrier up to keep out frustrated players.
I removed the barrier.
It is unremovable.
Ah! Need a stick.
Alright. Do the softballs roll back to us so we can use them again at another point?
No,
Ooh,
but let's say you have as many softballs as you need.
interesting.
Okay, cool. We have some softballs. Maybe we need those for something else. Is there something you've wanted to throw
I mean,
something at?
I not yet, but I did want them in my inventory.
All right, stick them in. Let's head to something else.
I guess so.
Where do you want to go?
I don't want to go into any actual buildings thus yet.
Let's just go to the other
so,
game tent.
The balloon throwing game.
It's not balloon throwing. It's shooting balloons. So
That
they
would be
fill
very
with
difficult.
water.
It's so the water gun balloon classic.
Water
Where
gun
you're heading.
balloons.
Several squat stools are lined up in front of a counter with cheap plastic water guns built into the surface. It seems the object of the game is to fill and pop your balloons before your opponents do by shooting at a small target. There are 4 different stations, each with their own color of balloon to pop. Blue, yellow, red, and green.
Yes.
Beneath each balloon is a column of 3 small lights.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so we want to fill each of those balloons to light up the number of lights as there were bites, which rhymes with lights. That's how you know it's a good clue. On the corn dogs
Yes.
from earlier.
Okay. Good. All right. So we ignore the blue one.
We don't fire anything at the blue one.
All right. Now,
I'm assuming we can fire these water guns, right? Do they work?
Yes, if you try them, they do seem to squirt out a smelly kind of liquid, and the balloons start to inflate.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
That
whoa.
was an
Is
unnecessarily
inflate the right
creepy
word if it's
description.
water?
All right. So, you sucked so hard at that ball throwing one. Let's put you on red duty, where you've only got to fill up one of them.
All right, I spray the red until one light lights up.
Alright, you can certainly do so. The balloon pops and 1 light fills under the red balloon.
All right. I'll go for yellow, trying to fill it up to the 2.
So it pops once, and then that station is replaced with another yellow balloon.
Oh, nice.
I've never done this before. I don't know how these ones work. I don't play carnival games. They cost money.
Very true. So as you pop one balloon, a light comes on underneath it, and then that balloon station is replaced with a new one of an identical color.
Oh, no, so we pop it, and we
Yeah,
get
so
a
we
second
pop
one
two
to
of
pop,
them.
so the 2 lights go on.
Pop a second one, you have 2 lights under the yellow balloon.
Nice. And then the green thrice.
You pop the green balloon 3 times, and an unseen speaker plays a triumphant song.
Woo.
You look around for your prize expectantly. You hear a sound like that of an ancient fax machine, and you see a gold carnival ticket being dispensed from beneath the
Yoink!
counter.
I steal it.
Okay.
I'm going to put GT, and I'm going to start a tally at the
Hey,
top
I
of the
started a tally, but I
the
drew
top
my
of the
ticket.
page. So we currently have, looking at my tally, 11 golden tickets.
Yep.
All right, so
Thank God something worked.
That's
We've
a little-
found so many
that's a
puzzly
little
things
tally
and obstacles.
notation humor for everybody at home.
Ah,
Okay, cool. So we've solved the water gun stand.
great.
Do you know what I'm missing at this carnival? I'm missing that game where the creepy clown heads turn slowly left and right.
There
and
was
you
every
put
chance
balls
that
in their
for
mouths,
a water gun
and then
game, we were
they
shooting in clown
drop
mouths.
the balls into prize categories. That's what I'm missing.
Like, yeah, from what I've seen on The Simpsons, those water gun balloon things
Sometimes
are
have
clown
the clown
mouths
heads.
rather than targets.
That might be a thing. Our clown mouths are always just slowly turning left
Why
to
does
right.
this always happen when I stand here? What is it about this exact spot?
Okay, so we've done the colored balloons.
Mhm.
We've got another golden ticket.
I'm feeling pretty satisfied. I think we should leave.
Yeah, we're done. That's what we came after, right?
By which I mean we should look at the entrance tent to see
You
if
want to
there's
look
anything
at
we
the
missed.
entrance tent?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the entrance tent. Let's check the door.
I was going to say that's our version of checking the door. The entrance tent to this carnival is made up of a small tent. Inside is a solitary ticket counter.
Sorry. The entrance tent is made up of...
I read that wrong.
I don't know. I think it was
So-
perfect.
We just want to make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah, it was a test. The entrance to this carnival is made up of a small tent. Inside is a solitary ticket counter on which sits a metal cash box.
Well,
All right.
I don't want to be too rude, but I feel like we should at least pick up the cash box and rattle it around a little.
So this is a small box with a tiny keyhole, similar to the kind you'd see for collecting money at a garage sale or a school dance. It is locked. As you pick it up to examine it, you notice that there is a crumpled sketch on the counter beneath it.
Ew.
Ooh.
And you will be getting an image of that now.
All right, again, for people at home, you can see this in the show notes. But it's
Ooh.
just a giant piece of paper that says Sluck, which is kind of weird. No, Danny, would you like to read what it actually says?
Yeah, okay, so it's a handwritten note in some very pretty handwriting. I cannot write like that, with some illustrations on it as well. So the writing is, "Boss said you keep losing your employee access card, so I drew you a hint to find it." And so after that, it's written in an almost like positional poemy sort of way where it looks like they're important. And it says, "Oh, why are you, and then a little picture of a bee, why? Oh, and then there's a sizable illustration of 2 sheep on a pasture staring out wistfully to sea.
Now, R-U-B-Y spells ruby.
Oh, that's fun. I was definitely seeing like that some of these words were lettery things. Like,
Yes.
oh, why are you? Those are letters.
Oiru.
They're positioned in an interesting
Oiru.
way, though. So,
They are. They're like a diamond almost.
yeah.
With O at the top, Y, the word Y, but maybe it's actually the letter Y on the left, R on the right, and U at the bottom.
And if you were to go left to right in that way, because the O is a little to the left of the U,
It is, it'd
then
be
it says
your.
your.
Your ruby.
Okay. And now what do we do about this sheep business?
Oh, sheep, sheep. Oh, sheep,
I think
sheep.
it's OC, sheep, sheep.
Oh, OC sheep.
Yeah.
It's just every time we've play tested this, people say it exactly the same way. They say, "Oh, sheep, sheep," and it just gets me every time. I think it's so funny.
Well, you shouldn't have drawn no sheep.
It had to be done.
So yeah, the clue is you're in a diamond, and then Ruby, just written out horizontally.
And then, ocean sheep.
And then, OC sheep.
Okay. I do not know what to make of that bottom yet.
Yeah, I don't get the sheep, but even if it is
The
like...
sheeps have bows on their ears.
They do. Like, even if does say Ruby, R-U-B-Y, like, I don't know what that would mean
It doesn't
yet.
feel like we have seen
So again,
something to use that on.
I think we can sort of let this sort of sit off in the
Hope
background.
that we find the right place to use it, and then the
and then it
sheep
will be
fall
obvious.
into place.
We'll see like a little sheep and be like,
Fingers
oh,
crossed.
Of course.
Now, what was
sheep.
that? Sorry, an employee access card.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means, presumably, if we go to the office that's in the game and attraction section, we won't be able to get in.
Perhaps that is what this is about.
Well, should we try that? Should we hit our wall and fail? Is there anything else in the access tent?
Entrance
An
tent.
entrance tent? There was a tent. There's a ticket counter that counts tickets. Can we insert? Does that look like we can insert our golden tickets into it?
I thought that.
So it is essentially a table
ticket
that is a counter.
Oh, dang. I thought it was a ticket counter, not a ticket counter.
That would have been really convenient, though.
Yeah, I thought it was a ticket counter.
You can count it too.
Yeah, granted, I don't know how much we need our tickets counted at this
Really?
stage.
Because do we have 2 or 11?
I thought this was binary.
No one knows.
Oh my god, we have 3 tickets. All right, cool. So,
Well, do you think we should try heading to the office, since that is where our stuff is,
Yeah,
but
let's
we
head to
also
the
think
office.
it's going to be a wall?
let's head to the office. Oh, you said the cash box was locked, like
With a
with
little
a key?
Tiny key.
And none of
Yes,
the golden
the tiny
keys that
key.
we've been finding fit inside?
They're all just too large.
Okay.
They're the size of your head.
Remember when we used to try to get these done quickly?
Remember when people kind of say, I don't know if the room's going to be long enough, but they don't worry. It'll
Was
be
it
a
only the
3-hour
first
recording.
season when you had you had the time at the end of the episodes?
No, not anymore because of this.
Your actual time was.
Yeah. Now, we finished the room in 4 hours, 26 minutes. Okay, so yeah, let's head off. Let's go to the
Okay,
place that you said.
the serious building.
The
Let's go
office.
to the office building.
Okay.
Yes, words.
Office. Well, walking through the colorful carnival, getting to the office is pretty disillusioning. In stark contrast to the bright lights and the vibrant colors, this is just a plain cinder block building, the size of a large tool shed. A paper sign reading office is taped above a simple door, locked with a 4-digit combination lock. You're sure this must be where your confiscated prizes are being kept.
All right. Maybe we need to count. Maybe we need to double the number of sheep in the carnival.
Ugh.
That'll be it.
I mean, that doesn't seem like something that needs an access card so much.
True. We'll need to unlock this, then get in, and then use our card.
Yeah, maybe. All
All
right, fortune teller.
Or the access card is the card that gets you access to the popcorn. Yeah, let's head out. Let's check out the Zoltan machine.
I'm most proud of my fortune teller tent.
No, I'm not. Mine's a circle on a box.
Mine's got an eye on it and everything.
Oh, you've drawn the magic shop from Quest for Glory 1.
That was my intention.
Yeah. For all you Quest for Glory heads at home. Yeah, let's check out the fortune teller.
So this is a small wooden stall decorated with curtains of colored beads. A sign reads, Fortune Teller, palm readings, tarot cards, secrets of the future. The window where you presumably have these readings is currently shuttered tight. You try to pry it open to no avail, although you can't see what's holding it shut.
So the beads aren't like the entrance; they're just decoration on the outside.
Yeah, they're decorating the outside
Is there any
walls.
because I'm in an escape room scenario and I've seen coloured beads? Is there anything specific about those beads that we can have a closer look at? Are they red, ultramarine, then blue, and then yellow, over and over again, spelling out
All you
ruby?
can see is there seems to be a very large variety.
Okay, good.
Ultramarine and
Of
blue.
colors.
I can tell the difference between ultramarine blue and blue. I played Warhammer.
I knock on the front politely.
Oh yeah, knock on the front. Maybe there's an old crone in there.
You just hear vague laughing coming from the front.
What?
There is an old crone in there.
Coming from the fun house.
Oh, from the fun house at Rude.
That is the only place in here that we haven't been yet.
Yeah, well, why don't we go to the fun house?
All right.
The Funhouse is an old, somewhat creepy building with an automated musical recording playing faintly from inside. You can see the front door has a large clown face painted on the top half,
Fantastic.
and buttons with odd-looking symbols on the bottom half. The door is shut tight, And you don't see a doorknob or any sort of way to get inside. What you do see is a picture that Grace is sending you.
Here is your clown. Long awaited.
Right, again, everybody, you can see this at home. I've already solved the puzzle. Not solved, but I've noticed it. So we have a clown face. It's a really much happier clown than I expected.
Oh, okay.
It's got a top hat. The top hat has a little flower on it. It's got is there a word for the band of a hat?
Yes.
It goes around the outside. I bet you there isn't. I don't know what it is.
My clown that I drew is significantly creepier than this
Yes.
clown.
Yeah, your clown, the clown that Danny's drawn on her notes is the kind of laughing, happy clown where you can, like, pretend that it's made to look happy but actually just look super creepy. This clown, no one would ever think it's creepy. It's just a
No,
friend.
this is a very
Just
nice
happy-
clown.
It kind of looks like
It's a very happy clown.
Quaker.
Wait, is that what you... Okay.
It belongs on a can of oats.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they'd be on the Quaker Oats brand, so with a little top
Yeah,
hat.
okay.
Okay. They've got. I haven't described the puzzle yet, everybody. The clown is smiling. They've got orange hair. They got a blue hat with red trim. They got a kind
You
of
paying attention, listeners?
purple bow tie. They're looking happy and friendly. And then it says the Fun House of Mirrors. And then around where it says the Fun House of Mirrors, with mirrors mirrored below, we see a bunch of wacky and wild symbols. What could they be? There's like a circle with a T on
Okay,
top
go
of it.
on.
There's a heart that's underlined. There's a butterfly that's missing
That's
its bottom
cherries.
half.
You know that's cherries.
There's
The
four
four
circles all
softballs that I
together.
stole.
There's a strange long M with a line going through the middle. There's a four-leaf clover. There's a big upside-down triangle, and there's a large M that's underlined. And if you can see these yourself, I'll give you a second to see if you can see the trick here.
Okay. Yeah. Now, that's a second. That's plenty.
Yeah.
Cool. So these are numbers that have
Yeah,
been
they're mirrored
mirrored.
numbers.
Yep.
So we've got one. So going from the top, for some
About
reason,
the same
the
era
top
of
right,
Simpsons episode than the one I've already
Yes.
referenced this episode.
From the top right going around clockwise, we've got a 1, a 7, a 3, a 4, an 8, a 6, a 2, and a 5. So yeah, 1, 7, 3, 4, 8, 6, 2, 5. If that's the order. Maybe it goes anti-clockwise the other way.
Yeah, who knows? But I've put them in their correct positions. And again, don't think I know where to do that just yet, do you?
No, because that's too many digits for a 4-digit combination lock to get into the office building. Unless, of course, maybe there's also mirrored down the middle and we only need to look at one of those two halves. But that seems a bit odd because 8 is not a mirror image of 4. But they are doubled. No, they're not. I saw 8 and 4 is opposite and 6 and 3 is opposite, but 2 is not double 7 and 5 is not double 1.
True. That would be tricky.
Interesting.
So these
Okay.
were described as buttons.
They were described as buttons.
They were
That's
described as
right.
buttons.
Pressable buttons or wearable buttons?
Pressable buttons.
Depends on how hard you try.
Okay, so maybe this is then the input of
Yeah.
a code. But have we found a code to input?
Or
Or do we just press them in order? Can we
Oh.
press the 1, then the 2, then the 3, then the 4, then the 5, then the 6, then the 7, and then finally the 8?
You certainly can. And just as you've had about enough of the repetitive clown laughter, you realize how to get in the door. You press the buttons from 1 to 8, and the door swings inward, revealing a hall of mirrors. It's a kid's
That makes sense. That's legit.
carnival.
I believe that of the carnival.
What, a hall of mirrors?
No, that they would have an entrance puzzle like this
Oh,
to
yeah.
get in.
That's true.
I
So
believe
we
that.
go into the hall of mirrors,
Yeah, let's do it.
and we immediately get lost because
No,
it's a hall of mirrors.
They're in every horror movie, but I feel confident they're easy. This one, I'm taking the 100%
It's such a
okay.
fun,
route.
happy clown.
Yeah, I'm taking the lead in this one. I feel no fear.
All right.
Well, the funhouse is pretty fun, you guess. There are a variety of mirrors. Some that make you very short, some very tall, some that make your head swell up to the size of a beach ball. You enjoy the gimmick for what it's worth until you reach a group of mirrors at the end. Ugh, these are filthy, covered in a layer of grime. You can barely make out your own reflections. You hope whatever is dirtying these up isn't harmful to your health.
We found anything cleansing?
Popcorn. So we've got dirty mirrors.
We haven't even been able to get the popcorn.
True. All right. So we got to haul the dirty mirrors.
Cool.
As there's nothing really to do maybe until we get mirror cleaner.
Maybe. I throw a softball at one.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's glass everywhere. It's terrible.
That was all.
grind
That
is
was
so
already
thick, it
there.
just
They
bounces right
can't
up.
prove anything. All right.
You know, it's bad luck to break a mirror.
That's true.
I'm really, really lucky, so it'll only take me down a couple of notches.
Okay.
Well, can't see anything immediately. Feel like
Do you want
we're
to hurry up? Then?
taking a while.
All right, let's go to the
some
carnival
rides. That's where speed is born.
Let's actually play this game. Here we go. Carnival rides. Let's go.
Okay. Toward the back end of the carnival is the area with all the rides. You see a kiddie roller coaster, a very tall Ferris wheel, and a beautiful carousel.
Why are Ferris wheels called Ferris wheels?
The Ferris.
It was named after someone named Ferris.
Is this a Ferris wheel,
The
or is it an
world's-
especially ironclad Ferris wheel? Spelled differently.
I tried to draw my
Pretty clever elemental
carousel,
pun.
but it just looks like I've drawn a thing of hanged people. Oh my god!
Oh, no. Well, that's
Oh.
a certain kind of carousel.
Yeah, it does a little. My gosh.
Oh no!
Oh god. Oh no.
All right, there's no time for your upsettingness. We gotta get going. We gotta move. We gotta be fast now.
That's right.
We're
so
changing
hard.
gears.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Are there anything else other than those three rides? All right, then we go to the Carnival of Hanged Men. We go to the Carousel.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, dear.
Well, that really puts my description in a strange light. Okay, so for an otherwise underwhelming carnival, this carousel is outstanding. It is ornately decorated with vibrant filigree and shining lights, but that is not what catches your attention.
It's all the
You are
dead
astonished
people.
by the sheer variety. No, it's all I'm thinking. You're astonished by all the people hanging around the carousel. Oh. Okay. You are astonished by the sheer variety of animals there are to choose from aboard the ride. It's a veritable menagerie. Monkeys, giraffes, porpoises, you name it, and you're pretty sure you can find it on this carousel.
Cool. I would like to find a unicorn, a seahorse, a cow, a lizard, and a kangaroo.
Really?
Well, it takes a bit of searching, but you can eventually find those same 5 animals.
I'm speeding up, baby. All right.
Okay. Is there anything? Let's just start out. Unicorn. Anything that we should note about this unicorn?
What number is carved into
Very
its
pretty.
mane?
Well, you can climb aboard it if you want.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, just a little bit boring, because the ride is not currently
Hmm.
running.
Can we run the ride? Is there a big on button?
Well, there is a control panel off to the side, and if you look at it, it looks like it needs a 3-digit code to get it started. Stuck to the panel is a sticky note written on in a messy scrawl. Forgot the passcode again? You need to take a long, hard look at yourself.
Oh,
So we need to declog the mirrors to get the passcode. for
sounds
this.
like it.
All right. Then let's move on and check out the Ferris Wheel.
Okay.
This is your classic Ferris wheel. 24 or so carts are suspended from a large metal ring, so it could be iron.
Good.
The paint job looks like it might be trying to cover years of rust and dilapidation. It's not currently running, but if it were, you're not sure how confident you'd feel riding it. The control panel screen reads, Employee access card required for activation.
Okay.
All right. So we can't do any access carding because we don't have the access card because we need to Ruby Sheep.
Yep.
So let's head to the roller coaster.
Mhm.
The roller coaster is pretty dinky. It's basically a kid's ride with one long curvy loop. Almost like they wanted to make up for how kiddie it looked, they named this ride Coaster of Doom. Although that might not be entirely inaccurate. It looks like it could just fall apart at any moment. There is a small control panel standing in front of the boarding area, where the ride train is sitting, waiting to be boarded.
All right. If you want to get onto the ride, can I have a look at the control panel?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sure. You take a look at the control panel of the roller coaster and try to get the ride started, but you can see that someone has dismantled it. It appears as if the lever the ride attendant would pull to get the ride going is
Yeah, it's in
missing.
the popcorn truck.
Why would someone do that?
We got to smash that popcorn
I was
truck.
wondering where that had come, where that was going to come back. Yeah. Okay. All right. So to my understanding, we've looked at everything,
I
right?
believe we've looked at everything.
Okay, so now we've actually got to start figuring out how we can connect these things in ways that make sense.
Got
Okay,
a
we
lot of
entered the hall.
information.
Yeah, right? I feel like it all hinges on sheep.
It does. Maybe sheep.
Doesn't it always?
I mean, that's not completely wrong.
Is there I assume there was anything interesting about the sheep on the carousel? Oh, yeah, it might be pie eating contest
Pie
as
eating
well.
contest as well.
Yeah, nothing that particularly interesting about any sheep you might
Okay.
find.
Okay, so what are we looking for? Where have we hit our roadblocks? We need something to clean the
mirror
mirrors.
cleaner. I don't suppose
Could we just clean the mirrors with our
are those
clothes?
water guns removable from the
Can we
balloon
remove the water
section?
guns?
They are not removable, but they do seem to have an unending supply of strange-smelling liquid.
All right. Well, we emptied out a bin earlier.
Oh yeah, is that a bin that can contain water?
Water asterisk.
Yeah, it is a solid
All right,
bin.
can we fill that with liquid from these water guns, and go and try and use that to wash the windows?
You certainly
If
can.
we really
Good
don't
plan.
want to touch it with our bare hands, I will sacrifice my shirt.
No, we'll grab a plushie.
I was going to say, what should you use to wipe
We have a
it?
whole tent full of plushies.
Oh.
Which plush do you want to use to clean the mirror?
The SpongeBob.
That's only fair.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
it's
That
it
makes so
it's
much
perfect sense.
Okay. So with your plushie of choice, you wipe down the mirrors with the liquid, and the grime starts to melt away. The reflective surface shines brightly now that it's been cleaned off, except for small sections on each mirror that you can't seem to scrub off no matter how hard
A
you try.
likely story.
The first mirror has 2 dirty squares down the center in a vertical line.
nice.
The second mirror has 1 tall, dirty rectangle right in the center.
Okay.
For the last one, the entire left side is still coated in stubborn dirt. At least you did the best you could.
How do we interpret that as 3 digits?
Okay, so I'm gonna.
2 small squares vertically,
Yeah, I'm gonna actually.
1 long rectangle vertically, right? Like running down the center, and then the
Vertically in the
entire
middle,
left
yep.
half. Do we go by how much has been covered up? But that doesn't make sense because we need 3 digits out of this.
Okay. What if that vertical stripe, does that go the entire way of the top and bottom?
The one in the middle, it goes most of the way, but not the
Perfect.
entire
That's
way.
what I was hoping.
Oh, good. What are you hoping for? Oh, what's left? What's remaining in the mirror?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. Take a look.
Yeah, it's like
That
that's an
looks
8
digity.
with 2 squares that are blacked out. That's a O
0?
because it's around the middle,
And this
that's
one perhaps
a
a
1.
1?
So 801, we think. All right, so we go back to the gallows, and we go to the
Oh gosh.
to the control panel, and
dear.
we put in 801. Good work, Danny. That looks very clear. On
Well,
your
look, we
picture.
don't know if it's right yet.
Good work. You've done it, Danny.
You put in 801 in the control panel for the carousel, and the ride starts up gloriously. The lights are dazzling, and a cheery tune plays as the animals spin. You can even climb on and ride now if you like.
Wonderful. Do you want to?
I'll hop on the seahorse if you hop on a unicorn.
Yeah. Can we jump on a unicorn and seahorse?
Okay, good choices. You climb aboard your chosen animals, you grab a hold of the gilded poles, and enjoy your ride. The carousel is even more exhilarating than you remember. As your animals move up and down, you do notice the poles aren't as smooth as you would expect them to be. Upon investigation, you see words have been roughly carved into the surface. Who would mar such a beautiful ride? On the seahorse, you see the word pole, and on the unicorn, there's the word green.
Okay, so unicorn says green.
Now, hold on. I just got to accent check. Was the accent
Accent
check? Was the seahorse? Was that pole P-O-L-E or pull P-U-L-L?
Pole, P-U-L-L.
Cool.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
that
it was
so
pole.
much sounded like you were saying pole P-U-L-L to us.
Oh no.
I'm glad I checked.
My enunciation.
I think this is the room where I'm on form.
What about, was it Paul, P-A-L-L? Was it Paul, P-A-U-L? Green Paul. All right, can we check out what it says on the cow pole?
And I'm really
cow has the word
flexible, so I
times.
want to go on both the lizard and the kangaroo at the same time.
Well, those are nowhere near each other, so you have a really fun time with that.
flexible.
Okay, well, the cow has the word times.
Times.
The lizard has the word, or the number 3. And the kangaroo has the word beads. B-E-A-D-S.
Ah, you were right to notice beads, I guess.
Pull green beads 3 times.
Makes sense.
Or pull beads times 3 green.
Now, if we rearrange sluck so that it's in the order that we think this sentence is.
You're right. It would be pull
Suckle.
3.
That's worse. How is that worse?
All right, so we're going to go to the fortune teller.
Yep.
And we're going to find the green beads.
The greenest of beads.
The greenest of all the beads. And we're going to pull said beads thrice.
You pull the string of green beads 3 times as instructed, and the shutters abruptly swing open. And oh my god, there's someone standing there.
Yay.
It's me, the old fortune teller.
Quickly, we need to assess this as quickly as possible. Person, robot. Person, robot.
I predict you'll die tonight. And then they pull a knife. And then...
God, no wonder this carnival
This
closed.
has turned into such a gruesome escape room.
One more body for my gallows.
I told you it was getting creepy.
Really,
I said it right at the
we're
start.
not matching the energy of that clown face. Okay. Oh, you jump back, heart racing, expecting to be chased out of the carnival. But they don't move. You take another look and breathe a sigh of relief. It's just a mannequin. Nothing creepy about that. Dressed in layers of gauzy scarves.
Layers of scarves, you say?
Indeed.
It doesn't solve a puzzle. It just feels like it could.
Oh, I was feeling very stupid.
Can we have a look at these scarves? Are they removable?
They sure are. So you can take her scarves if you like. It's not very kind of you, but as you're going about doing that, you notice that the mannequin is holding an item in each hand.
A sheep.
In one hand is a tarot card, and in the other is a gold ticket.
Ooh.
I take the gold ticket. By my count, that's
You
111.
take the gold ticket.
Close.
Tell me about this tarot card.
It is the Wheel of Fortune card, and it looks like there's a quote on the back. The fortune you seek can only be found by reaching great heights.
Okay, fair enough.
I suppose you have to get onto the Ferris Wheel.
Did it say that this thing could also read palms?
It did. It does
It
palmistry.
did say
and
that
tarot.
around the outside.
That's weird.
I show
It's a
it
very
by palms.
talented mannequin.
Can I read it? Is there anything written on its palms?
Good thinking, there is not.
Ah.
Just general profanity from the kids who were here before.
Okay. They've written sluck all over its palms. All right. So
Okay, so we've now, I feel, a lot more accomplished. We've got a lot of things ticked off on my list.
yes, but this has told us that we need to go to the top of the wheel, but it
But
hasn't given us the tools with which to do that.
Well, we
unless
need the access card to make that happen, don't
maybe
we?
this is an access tarot card.
Well, that's got nothing to do with sheep.
Let's use the tarot card to see if we can access the Ferris wheel.
What an interesting
Just
carnival
make sad noises
that
at you.
uses
Okay.
tarot cards for its employee access cards.
Well, I'd do it if I was running a carnival. Why not?
They're just trying to be thematic.
You are the tower. You are the knight. You are the 3 of cups. Work hard. One day you'll be a real card. Can we use the card? Does the card seem like it's the same size as the popcorn slot?
It seems like a good way to lose a tarot card. You
True.
can certainly put it
Can
in
we
there.
just remove the top of this popcorn
Yeah,
card?
this popcorn machine is
just take it
baffling
off?
me.
Can we just...
Should I throw a softball at it?
So can I get, I still don't know what I'm looking for with this popcorn cart, because it's like, the popcorn cart itself is sitting there. It's got this plastic cover, and inside it's full of popcorn and
this metal
a
rod
lever.
that we want. But there is just a very narrow slit up the top.
Yeah, what is this? Is that the only? Does it look like the lever? If it were raised to the level of this opening could it be removed through that opening?
It does seem like it would fit.
Okay,
That's
cool.
all.
I think I was picturing them as vastly different sizes. So if we can get something in to attach to the lever, like
if
a
we
magnet
can get a
on
paper
string,
magnet,
um,
we'd be okay.
yeah, a magnet on a string or a
Mhm.
claw grabby device. We haven't seen any magnets that I can think of, but maybe we have. Am I forgetting a magnet we've seen before?
Those milk bottles probably have magnets in them.
They're probably magnetized.
Ah.
You're right. That makes sense. And if that's the case, we would need to get to the inside the milk room, which requires us. What did that need? That was locked with
Milk
a
room
code.
six letter,
letters.
right?
Where we haven't used your Ruby, your
Ruby cheat
Rubio
sheet, no.
sheets.
We haven't
Oh,
used
sheet.
the pie things yet. The pie thing feels like where we're most likely to find letters.
You're right. So looking at the pies, there are 9 words for the pies and people. But if you go pie person, that could be 6.
That's true.
Could it be like R-I, the first places of Raspberry Pi and Isaac? G.
Oh my
G,
God, you
rigged.
Finally!
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so it says rigged. So if you take the first letters of Raspberry Pi and Isaac, you get R-I. Second place, so the second letter of Egg Tart and Agatha, you get GG. And then the third letters of Oreo Pie and Ted, you get ED. We get the phrase rigged. So we go to the...
Can you put a flashback in there of the time that I am almost 100% sure that I said, oh, this milk bottle one, it's rigged?
I will.
Yes,
I'll
you
play right
did.
now. Here we go.
Yeah, how much confidence do you have in your ability?
100%.
Oh, 0. I assumed that this is the
Alright.
most rigged one of them all.
Nah. So we go back to the rigged milk bottle cart, and we go to the back and we put in rigged as a password at the back.
Stupid pies.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. I don't know where you got that. That was just an
Oh,
accident.
no!
No, the letters click into place and the lock springs open. You can now walk into the milk bottle booth.
We trashed the place.
Good job.
Can we have a look at the milk bottles themselves? Can we knock them over first? Can we just grab them and
course.
rip them down?
Just to satisfy ourselves.
Your pride has been so hurt you need to be able to knock these over. You go to knock over the bottles by hand, but they still don't fall as you'd expect them to. You have to literally pry them apart. Curious, you move to set them up again, and you realize they're held together by an extremely strong magnet taped beneath the platform. So that's how they're doing it. Whatever sensors there are don't seem to have picked up on your deception, though. You hear the distinct sound of a ticket being printed at the front of the booth.
Oh, brilliant. All right.
I'm almost ready to do a cross over my tally.
All right. We have 1,111 golden tickets. We're doing really well. I grabbed that one. And can we pry the magnet free?
You certainly can.
Brilliant.
Back to the popcorn.
Back to the popcorn.
If it's that strong, if it can go through a table, surely we don't need to drop it in. Surely we can do it
just
from the
hold it
outside.
from the outside and pull the thing
go-
up, or hold it at the top and just have the magnet fly towards it. I just hold it.
We have very different magnets. Okay, we stand 6 feet away from it and just hold it out in front of us and wait and see when it starts to register.
I want to stand as far away as possible and try and Mjolnir it across the room.
Everything vaguely metallic just flies toward you.
Oh,
the
God.
Ferris wheel.
And you're now dead. You've lost this room.
Okay,
Not
we grab
again.
we use this magnet to get the lever out of the popcorn cart, and then bury the magnet under the ground so that no one can ever use it again.
The metal bar is just light enough that you can pull it up through the small opening at the top of the cart, and you now have a lever.
Excellent.
Wonderful. All right, the lever should operate
The coaster of doom.
So we run over to the coaster of doom as quick as is humanly possible.
Does one of us want to be the sacrifice
I'll
here?
get in the coaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you get in the front?
I get in the back.
Okay, you carefully pop the lever back into the control panel, and everything looks good to go. You pull the newly repaired lever, and the wheels of the car begin to roll.
Have fun.
The car moves at
Bye.
it moves at a slow and steady pace of a kiddie ride, but as you round the first corner, something under the wheels makes a metallic crunching sound, and you see something fall into the grass under the ride.
I jump out.
Oh, no.
You just jump off the roller coaster.
I jump off the roller coaster. It's a kiddie roller coaster. What's the worst that'll happen?
Have you ever jumped out of a car?
See, how fast do you think this roller coaster's
Have
going?
you jumped out of a slow-moving car?
Probably.
Where
What?
do you think
I don't
they
know.
get the bodies for the carousel?
Oh gosh! Oh
All right. I wait until the ride finishes, and then I'll calmly get out. What's fallen to the ground?
no! You go in and take a look, and you find a small key.
Ooh, a small key.
We needed that.
Wonderful. Let's grab the key, and let's head back to the entrance tent, right?
Mhm.
So we're going to grab the key, go to the entrance tent, and check out that cash box that has been shut with a little key, and we open the key. We open the key, and we
You
pull the
open the
little key
key.
out of the key, and then we put that key inside the lock, and we open the lock, and we check out what's in the cash box.
All right, the box pops open. Sadly, there is no money inside. However, you do find a gold carnival ticket.
Oh no, that's terrible. Because looking at my tally now, it looks like we don't have any gold tickets at all. We had 1,111. I crossed it out. We got nothing. All right, we got gold tickets.
But you know what this means.
This is the worst bit I've ever done. Just reading a tally like it's a number over and over again for an hour.
You know what this means, right?
What?
You know what we're up to.
We're up to Ruby Sheep.
That's all we've got left.
Hey,
Can you bring up the image again?
Ruby Sheep.
What will you do?
All right.
There's no puzzle here. We just wanted to see how long you would continue.
Boss said you keep losing your employee access card, so I drew you a hint to find it. Oh, why are you? Are you BY? Oh, sheep. So the sheep are on the coast. So it's a coaster of sheep. So the sheep represent doom.
I did I did a quick Google, and it does seem like you have sheep in Australia. So we shouldn't run into any translation
okay,
issues.
of course. So I know what's up with the sheep.
Is it that there's one sheep on top of the back of another
No,
sheep?
maybe, but the bigger question is, Dani.
Yeah.
You pointed out they had bows in them in their hair.
Yeah.
What is a bow used as a universal symbolizer of?
Oh
designing
my
characters?
god! That you're trying to make something obviously female because females
this is
love
the Pac-Man
bows.
issue. This is the Miss Pac-Man issue.
You're right.
I would have
So
made
it's
them pink, but I couldn't color it in.
So it's OUs.
Okay.
OUs. Or OUU.
Or maybe that's the C and it's OCUU.
Or OCUU. And then some grass. But that still doesn't help, right? Because that's like, oh, we've solved it now. Now we know it's even more letters I don't understand how to use. Dani, what the hell are we doing? Why are you a Ruby OCU?
I mean, it could just be a goodbye. Like, oh, you. See you.
So what is it at the bottom? O is clearly O, right? I'm assuming the C is there because it is a C. There are two U's, or it could be like U's. So it could be like, no, of course, Dani. We're idiots.
Okay, I'm sure.
There are two U's
Yeah.
as one little unit.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps maybe
Oh
doubled U?
my god.
the doubled U. So it's a cow.
That's
It's a
exciting.
Ruby cow. COW. So
Where
it's
have you
your
seen a
Ruby
cow?
We've seen a cow on
In a couple of places.
in the gallows. So
Well, but yeah, in the gallows, was there also in the prizes?
yes, because we were matching them up. Can we take the plush cow onto the
Hanged cow
the hanged cow
dear.
and
give it a squeeze.
and can we look at the cow while on the cow?
You want to take it over to okay.
Cowception.
Yeah, we want to make sure we got everything at once.
Sure. You feel like you are very in theme, and you take an extra hard look at this cow, which does happen to be red from the staff favorites file. There seems to be a rough hem sewn together on its belly. And they were just going to give this away as a prize? What a cheap carnival.
Well, I'd like to look, Dani,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not fit to touch the hem of your Ruby cow. So if you would like to take it,
Everyone's getting these references.
I'm bringing my musical references
Yep.
back a decade every time. We're now in 1999.
All right, so I'll have a poke around this hem.
Yeah, have a look at them.
Okay, you take a close look at this hem, you might give it a little tug,
Mhm.
and it easily pulls apart in your hand.
Oh dear. Oops. Sorry.
Old yellowed stuffing pours out from the cow flesh, along with a small plastic rectangle that falls to the ground. Who would ever think that this was a good place to stash a piece of plastic?
Ha ha! Too bad we were on the carousel. Now we've lost that piece of plastic. Oh no, this is a terrible idea.
It wasn't moving very fast.
All right, so we grab the card, the access card.
I hope.
Yeah, hopefully no. That's just a square of plastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
We blindly rush to the Ferris
And
wheel,
we run to the Ferris
swipe it, and hope that it was the right card.
Okay.
It's
You
actually
swipe the
And then,
card.
oh god, we were supposed to get on. Let's get on quickly as well.
I jump onto the Ferris wheel.
Okay. The lights illuminate along the giant metal frame of the Ferris wheel, and a soft carnival tune plays as the ride powers on. You did climb on, but it still isn't moving. The
Wow.
control panel screen now reads, 5 tickets to ride.
Oh, nice. We put in all 5 of our cards.
Yeah, that was
Our
fortunate that we
tickets.
got all of them.
You insert the 5th ticket, and the Ferris wheel creaks as it begins to spin. It completes a few full revolutions before pausing for riders to disembark and new riders to load in. Then it starts up again.
All right, so we need to get you to pause while you're right at the top.
Yeah, while I'm...
Are you the right person for this task?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so good at this. I'm going to get in, and as it goes up, I'm going to kind of scan around, but mostly I think I kind of want to look at the top of the office or the top of the buildings, because I'm looking for my fortune, which I can only see at the top of the Ferris wheel.
So you clamber into a cart, hoping the Ferris wheel wasn't the primary safety violation that closed the carnival, and your ride begins. The wheel takes you on a few revolutions before jerking to a halt at the top, jostling the car. Not very relaxing. Sure enough, if you take a moment to look around, you do have an extraordinary bird's eye view of the entire carnival, for which you are, of course, getting an image.
Oh, nice.
We are looking at a Dani-level illustration of this.
It's a bit more familiar to me than, like, the picture of the corn dogs, which is well beyond my ability.
Picture of the corn dogs?
That was
They were
made
real
on
corn
the
dogs.
same
Now
Google Slides.
This is a great MS Paint style series.
It's got
of
rectangles
shapes.
all over the place.
So we're looking here at the carnival from the top. We see the entrance. In yellow, we see the corn dog
The food
cart,
stuff.
the pie eating contest, the popcorn cart. We see the milk bottle, the water gun balloon classic, the office, the prize tent, the fun house, the fortune teller, the Ferris wheel, the carousel, and the roller coaster. Now, I believe I see what's going on here, sort of, because we're looking for a 4-digit code
Yeah.
to get into
Mm-hmm.
the office.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the shape of the entrance corn dogs, pie eating contest, and popcorn cart
Looks like a 7.
looks like a 7.
It totally does.
The bottle, balloon, prize tent, office, funhouse, fortune teller looks like a big old 4.
Yeah.
The Ferris wheel itself looks like a big old O.
Mm-hmm.
And the
What do you think about the
carousel,
carousel
roller
roller
coaster,
coaster?
looks like a person whose head's fallen off. So maybe a 9?
Oh, that could be a 9. I didn't think of
Might
that.
be a 9, I think.
Oh,
So I would like to go get off. I'd like to jump from the
No,
top of
hold-
the Ferris wheel.
Sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to wait 20 minutes.
No, I'm jumping from the top. I brought a wingsuit with me, so I'm just going to kind of like
My
glide
mistake.
down over to the office.
that makes sense.
And I would like to put into the office code lock 7409.
You enter the combination into the lock, and it pops right open.
Ha ha!
The door creaks slightly as you push inside the office, revealing a lot of boring, stereotypical office things. And then, your gaze lands on the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. Tucked on top of a filing cabinet is a cardboard box labeled Confiscated. You pull the box down and go through the contraband goodies. As you retrieve your lost items, your victorious haze is broken by the light of dawn starting to creep in through the door.
Oh
It's
no!
time to get out of here, and fast. You both quickly stuff the box back into its place on the cabinet and close the rickety door behind you. It's easy enough to get back out through the entrance where you snuck in, and you make it back home in no time. You're confident that you've made it in and out without being noticed. Good job. And it was all worth it. You smile to yourselves as you look at the hard-won prizes in your hands. So, what was so important to you that you broke into the carnival to get it back?
It was 100 golden tickets. I don't know. What do we have enough?
I mean, take a look at my
1,111
drawing and tell me
tickets.
what you see.
Okay, sorry. Danny's drawn exactly what was confiscated. It was a teddy bear, a dragon, and a piece of rope. That's what I see.
Lovely.
Well, so I guess that's what it was: a teddy bear, a dragon, and a piece of rope.
That's how we make more wingsuits.
Finally, our teddy bear, dragon, and a piece of rope. We've got him back.
You did it!
Congratulations.
All right,
Brilliant.
we did it.